building a better Hamilton. Watch us grow. We are Big Blue.
We are Hamilton Proud.
This is our community.
Listen to our story.
We are bringing blue to you.
Hamilton, both as a school and as a community, is successful because of the significant number of people who give back to the place they call home. In this episode of Blue to You, we feature Mr. Moore, a teacher at HHS who gives back to his hometown each and every single day.
It's been a wonderful thing, and it's been a blessing to do something that I actually really like every day, to share with people and to help move people through these things that I know and that I think are important and worth being an educated citizen are worthwhile, and so I'm able to do that every day. The things that I am certain about in education, people are largely alike. And that's true whether we're talking about in Hamilton or we're talking about in America or in the world, and that's true across time.
The most important thing that I've learned and or gained from Mr. Moore is mostly to think of the subject that we're learning from a different point of view. Not just from what you believe or from what you've heard from other people, but you should also all have a very open mind.
The differences we see between people is all about some of the experiences that they've had along the way.
And I think another really important thing that Mr. Moore does very well is not only teach his curriculum and what he's supposed to teach, but he also takes things that are happening today because we're learning things that we are living in.
The most interesting thing he's taught me, at least, and I know Keith also because he's there with me, is that when people like push you down and get you down, always get back up. And when people say you can't do something, prove them wrong. But don't prove them wrong by violence, prove them wrong by wisdom.
Yeah, use your words wisely.
One important thing that I could take away, not from his classroom, but from him as a teacher, as a person, would just be that to never give up and that you can pretty much do anything you want.
I've been fortunate to teach with a really great staff through my career, and every teacher I've taught with puts the students that we have first.
He really cares about his students a lot.
I wouldn't know how to go about going into a classroom any other way.
Mr. Moore dedicates himself to the betterment of his students, which in turn influences the community that he was born and raised in a positive way. Along the way, Mr. Moore has developed some important philosophical beliefs about his teaching craft.
Is that if you're willing to open yourself to be a real person with your students, you'll get the most out of them.
Doesn't push your ideas away. He makes everyone feel important and like they matter.
People don't want to be taught by computers and by robots. They want to be taught by people.
Class is that he's like such a real person, and like he's like he'll actually talk to you like a real person and not like he's above you or anything.
Being real with students is the first and foremost thing I know to be true. I know that students want to learn. There are days they try to prove you wrong, but students want to learn because everyone has something that they're curious about, that they're nosy about, and if you can turn a light on, they'll shine for you. I know that our students are talented. I came through with a lot of really talented people as through my educational career here, and I've seen that talent persist. The trick, of course, is helping students believe that they have that in them.
He just always encourages you to do better. His class is one that you look forward to coming to.
I know that we have a community that believes that they are a particular thing, that it means something to be from Hamilton. I point to not just myself, but other people I know who do good things, do great things, and come from here.
Hamilton High School presents us with the unique opportunity to find our place in the world. From the fine arts offerings, athletic teams, career programs, and clubs that we have here, everyone can find something of interest to them during their years at HHS.
The high school is the hub of our community. Everything that happens in Hamilton comes back to the high school, and everything that happens in the high school affects the community. It was great to be a part of sports and be a part of the arts and to get an education that was on par with anyone, anywhere. And people would often ask me what schools I went to, and were amazed when I said that I went to Hamilton, because I knew that I could get the education here that you could get anywhere. Hamilton presents us with an opportunity to really have excellence in education and a community that is close-knit enough that you may not know everybody, but everyone knows someone.
I feel like Mr. Moore builds great relationships with his students.
Well, what stands out mostly is that we can talk about anything and he'll be okay with it. And like, he's a great person. You can talk to him about anything, really.
I'm a part of some place that is unique in the world, and that if we only are willing to open ourselves to it, you can find really great things about Hamilton, because there's greatness here if we're only willing to really look for it.
Mr. Moore attributes his success in life to his parents. As a teacher, his style reflects the principles of hard work and striving for excellence that was consistently instilled in him as a child.
I can't overemphasize the importance of parents in the lives of our students. Every parent I've ever met really wants the best thing for their student. The only reason I've made it this far is because of how good of parents I have. Everything that I'm able to do is because they value me as a student and as a learner, and they believe that I have so much I can do.
He inspires you to want to be the best person that you can be.
I've always been excited to make my parents proud of me. And so it's a beautiful thing for me to have a job that I still get to make my parents proud. There's nothing better than that.
Despite all of the success that Mr. Moore has achieved and the number of lives he has impacted, he knows that his work is not yet done.
I've been fortunate to have some amazing teachers. Like everyone, I have my own personal Mount Rushmore of teachers, folks who I still push to try to be like. There are things that I still believe I could be better at, to be the kind of teacher that I was fortunate enough to have, and I hope to be that kind of teacher for the students who have come through my classroom, and I'm still pushing because there's still much to do.
He's just the kind of person you can't really put in one word, because he's just so unique in so many different aspects.